I'm not known for fancy desserts, and this isn't a fancy dessert either, but it's a dessert that looks good enough so you could fool a few people. It's called Profiteroles, and it's on the menu of many fancy restaurants where they fool you all the time. Starts with 3/4 of a cup of water and 3/8 of a cup of butter and a tiny bit of salt. And we just bring that to a boil. And once that's boiling, dump in your flour, 3/4 of a cup, and you get this ungodly mess. And that's got to cool off a little bit. Okay, now you add the eggs one at a time. Add each egg and beat it in. And this actually takes old-fashioned elbow grease. When the egg is beaten in and the dough starts looking like a dough again, and the muscle in your side over here starts to hurt, you put in the next egg. This episode is called The Minimalist Works. Okay, see? Starting to look good again, right? It will come back together. Here we go. Get your trusty Ziploc bag. Ziploc trademark. That is a heavy-duty plastic bag with a zipper enclosure. You know, you could go to cooking school for this, but you don't have to. Cut that little corner off. And now, these are a lot like popovers, and you bake them the same way. About 400, 425 degrees for 20 or 25 minutes or so, until they're nicely brown and crisp. We're going to serve these with ice cream and some raspberries pureed with a little bit of water. That's it. So take some raspberries, dump them in a food processor, just enough water to let the food processor do its work, which is like a tablespoon, and you get that. You want to eat these pretty soon after you make them, but you want them to cool off also. But when they're cool, they're light, they're crisp, they are like popovers. You take a nice one, cut the top off, a little bit of ice cream in there. Dessert. They're light, they're pretty, they're fancy. There is a little bit of physical work involved, I'll admit it, but they're totally worth it.